You're listening to WICR, Iona College Radio.
Every decision I've ever made in my entire life has been wrong. My life is the complete opposite of everything I want it to be.
We are live back at the law firm.
Back. Some NHL hockey to do. To talk to you about. We got some crazy stuff going on. It's pretty ridiculous. We got the Ducks winning dramatically in overtime to win the series, 4-2. A little bit of
What a tale that was, right?
what a duck tale that was.
What a
Yeah, here we go.
Here it comes.
Life is like a hurricane here in duck world. Race has lasers.
Come on, you don't even know it? What's up? You don't even know it?
I don't know the lyrics.
You don't know DuckTales?
I haven't seen DuckTales in... Oh man, since
Back
Nom at least.
I'm gonna listen to the whole thing. I don't even care.
Danger. That's just a stranger right behind you. What to do, just grab onto
I'm not making any, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a great song.
Cadillac.
You know what? I was looking at the other. I mean, I was looking those up, and there are just so many like great theme songs of like the early mid '90s. They're just amazing. They're just so catchy.
Oh, the theme song is a lost art.
Like Darkwing Duck.
Oh my god,
That song, Darkwing Duck, DuckTales.
Oh my god, I haven't heard that forever.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Even like Gummy Bears. I don't know if you guys remember Gummy Bears. That was great. There's like this. You can find like every language of the Gummy Bears song, and every single one of them is just like amazing. You're just like, what? Like the Japanese version. Oh, it's like
We don't have a Kazakh version of.
We don't.
Unfortunately, it's not localized.
But
let down the
just
fans.
to show you how exciting the win was last night. We're gonna try and pull it up for you. The last couple goals. They to set it up for you. They were down 4-2 with about two and a half minutes left, and they pulled their goalie. There was like a matching roughing penalty, so it became 5-on-4. So there's a little bit more space on the ice. It was a little bit less crowded for than like a 5-on-6, and they basically. They didn't tie. They scored with like about 2.5 minutes left, like 2 minutes and 10 seconds around that time, to put them down a goal, and then they scored with 22 seconds left to tie the game. And here's the call to tie the game. Hopefully it works.
Here's Perry back with it. 30 seconds to go. Perry back in front. Oh, what a save by London. Rebound loose in front. They battle away for it. Bonino shoots. Perry piles and they score. Giovanni Smith-Pelly has tied the game with 22 seconds to go.
And then, with about 2 minutes in overtime passed, the Ducks had all the momentum at this point, obviously.
Maroon on it. Steve's back to the point. Lovejoy a shot that deflects wide. Cogliano with a rolling puck behind the goal. Andrew Cogliano works back in front. Sees it. Bonino scores. Nick Bonino, the overtime winner, and the Anaheim Ducks win the series. At 2:47 of the first overtime, Nick Bonino, who drew the Ducks within one, scores the winner in OT, and Anaheim moves on to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoff.
Yeah, it's exciting. My favorite sound in all of hockey is when the away team scores a game winner in overtime.
You're just like,
you hear nothing except for the players celebrating, and it's just so cool. You hear just wow! This is like the greatest noise.
Wait, what's the noise about?
Wow! And then it just like just dead on right
Pretty
there.
good recreation.
Pretty good.
It was it's just awesome to hear. And you just especially, I mean, it sucks when when you're a fan of the team that loses, but
Yeah, I mean-
when your team wins, or like a team that you're kind of rooting for, or if you're just a neutral and you just hear it, it's just the coolest thing. It's just crowd silent, dead, and just like just screaming of joy in the background. It's such a transfer of emotions. I just think it's so cool. But yeah, I turned on that game right as the third period was starting, and just was like, let's see if the Ducks can do anything. And if you look at the highlights, NHL.com does a great job of doing highlights of the game. They don't only just show you the goals, but they show you like the big saves. Sometimes they give big hits. You can look those up. You can look up the hits of the game. They do a great job of providing a lot of highlights to give you context of how the game started, or like how the game went. And the third period had almost no highlights. One highlight that they left out that I saw on the game that they wish they'd put in the game recap was Jonas Hiller came in. Anderson, their rookie goalie, had been starting the whole series, but he allowed 4 goals on 12 shots, so they pulled him. And Hiller just kind of started standing on his head, and he had, I mean, he didn't really face that many shots in the third period, but
12 shots.
Yeah,
12 shots in
but
general.
he pulled off this amazing leg save. He was like, he stopped this shot, and a rebound came out, and this one of the Stars players started going to the side, to get the opening, and Hiller sticks out. I believe it's his right leg, and just like denies the Stars player last second. And the fans were even cheering, like they thought they'd scored already, and then you hear like the loud "oh," like when he missed. It was just dramatic. 5 minutes on was just like, are they gonna do it? Like I don't know if they're gonna get anything. And when they pulled the goalie, you just thought, I don't know if this is gonna really work, but it did. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's happened a lot. I mean, throughout the season, I know that there's been a lot made about Patrick Waugh pulling the goalie with like 2:30 left, and they're only a goal down, and it works. So
Flyers almost had us with that in the last game.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
second.
It's absolutely crazy. I mean, it's just so exciting. It's so great to watch, and that's why
There's nothing better than NHL playoff hockey.
nothing.
No,
There isn't.
absolutely not.
Even
It's
ESPN.
so
I mean,
good.
ESPN that like gives no time to hockey.
Yeah, ESPN gives like 4 seconds.
They had a poll. It was like a Sports Nation poll.
Yeah, I saw
and it was
that.
like, what are your
Yep.
favorite playoffs? And they had every major sport. It wasn't just like right now. So they included football, baseball. They had the NBA and NHL one. Like
Hardly
As it
like
should.
15%.
Yeah, it was just.
I don't even know why baseball was even on that.
Yeah.
You're like 0.4% of the votes.
That's very exciting.
Hey, listen, we want 4.5 hour games and nothing
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, it's just the best thing to watch at playoff hockey. I mean, it got me hooked. I mean, that's what honestly
Yep.
got me hooked on hockey. And man, I love it. It's just awesome. It's the best. The Sharks doing your Sharks thing, by the way.
Sharks, they should be called the Chokes.
Yeah.
San Jose Chokes.
They were 3-0. It's 3-2. And it wasn't like they were up 3-0 and like, oh, they were close games. It could go either way. They were killing the Kings. It was like 7-2. They had a 7-2 and like a 6-2. And now it's like the Kings like, oh, like Jonathan Quick was like, I forgot I play goalie. I forgot that I'm USA's goalie. I'm sorry. Let me just play for a minute. It's like, okay. And then
San Jose just has like they get like they think it's like a 3 out of 5. I think San Jose.
I'm sure they do.
So like, wait, what? It's a
You know what I think
what?
it is? I think it's like, okay, we got to this point now, like, let's not screw up. It's like, if they just didn't think about not screwing up, they'd be fine,
Yep.
but they always think about it. And then
Poor San Jose.
the Blues,
Oh, yeah.
putting up the stinker,
Yeah.
going up 2-0, and mirroring their playoffs exactly from last year, almost exactly from last. It was actually freaky exactly.
Yeah, I mean the Blues. They're playing the Blues right now because they're terrible. I'm looking
See
at
what you did there.
I'm looking at this sheet right now. I have the picture in front of me. 2013 against the LA Kings. Seen game-winning goal in overtime. Game 1. Game 2, Jackman game-winning goal. So they went up 2-0. They get shut out in Game 3. They lose 4-3 Game 4. Game 5 they lose 3-2 in overtime. 2014,
Against
this
the
year,
Blackhawks,
against the
yeah.
Blackhawks. Steen, game-winning goal in overtime, Game 1. Game 2, Jackman, game-winning goal. Game 3, get shut out. Game 4, lose 4-3. Game 5, lose 3-2 in overtime.
It's freaky.
It's scary.
I wonder how they
Glitch in
lost.
the Matrix.
It'd be actually kind of creepy if they like lost big. And I'm sure they lost big to the Kings.
Yeah.
You know, last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it just stinks, man. They're a good team, and I feel like they're they're just not going to capitalize on it.
Listen, they played really well yesterday until that third quarter. Third period.
Yeah, they did.
You have 4 goals. 4 goals in the third period.
I felt like I was like the curse. I turned it on. I was like, oh, I saw the end of the second, and they were awful. They like couldn't wake up, and they were just making bad, stupid decisions. Like they were like pushing a defender up like with 14 minutes to go. Like what's his name? He calls with Doc Emmerich all the time. Eddie Olszak. Which is like, I would wait till 7 minutes to start pushing up. I mean, Pierre was like, Eddie, I think you should be pulling up now, right? And Eddie was like, no, it's way too early. And they started pushing up, and it was just like, you know, they gave up a stupid breakaway to Patrick Sharp. It was just like, why is he open? Like, why aren't there two, like, even one guy back? They were just not playing well. And after it became 3-1 almost, it was just like, they were like, I don't think we have it in us, or like they were just trying stuff and they would just get shut down. I mean, they didn't have anything. They didn't have anything in the tank or whatever. So that's for me the biggest disappointment of the playoffs. But
yeah, I mean, I knew that was the toughest series.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, it was the most competitive, you know, until that last game. But
mm-hmm.
I think it was unfair for both those teams to get each other in the first round.
Yeah,
you know,
it's unfair to the neutral, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, and then also the other game yesterday was the Rangers beating the Flyers.
Mm-hmm.
Rangers doing their usual every game. Let's scare the crap out of every Rangers fan in existence. You know, by having a 2-goal lead and then giving up a goal. You know, with like maybe like a minute or so left. It was just it's so scary. Every game the Rangers do. The Rangers just are one of those teams. They can't win by a couple goals.
No.
Just to make all their fans just, you know, like, okay, we're up.
I think they secretly do it for the neutrals.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I can't watch this series, man. It's just tough. It's watching it's like your secondary rivals. Like, if you guys are playing the Penguins, no doubt I would root for you, because it's like we don't like the Penguins the most. It's just like the way it is. But it's literally two teams that we Capitals fans equally don't like.
Yep.
And we don't care who wins, you know? I mean, I guess recent history, because you guys beat us the last couple of years, probably root for Philly a little bit more. But Philly was, I mean, Ray Emery was a jerk to us this year. He like fought Holtby, and they were just jerks to us this year. It's just like, it's impossible to root for them. Like, I don't know. It's tough. I think the Rangers will win it now.
No, I think they will. I think
7.
I think they'll win it. I think they'll win it. They'll win it tomorrow.
They never do. It'll go to 7.
I think they'll.
Yeah,
it'll go to 7.
I got a feeling it's going to 7.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to admit it, and I just like, and part of me just wants the series to be over. So I want you guys to win.
Believe me.
I just don't think it's gonna happen. Philly's gonna be like, you know what? No, we're gonna be annoying and not lose.
Well, see, the Rangers' problem is they're just not consistent. You know, this whole series, they're consistent in scoring 3 or 4 goals.
Yeah.
But they're like they play. The Rangers have this thing where they have a fantastic first quarter. Like an incredible first quarter. They'll put up 2 goals.
Yeah, you do.
You know, and then second one, they'll give up 1 or 2. And then the third quarter, it's like first half, terrible. Second half of the third quarter, phenomenal. And like if they can just play a consistent game, you know, they can really beat anybody. You know, and then go.
I just feel like you guys have you have a lot of role players on that team.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that just leads to inconsistency. Like, and you normally don't give up a lot of goals on defense, and that's because you have like star D-men. I mean, you have Girardi, you have McDonough,
Stahl finally
Stahl.
scored.
Yeah.
You're set on defense. You got an amazing goalie, but offense, you just have so many role players. And Rick Nash didn't even have a consistent year. He had his worst point total of his career this year. So, and that's, I think, part of the reason why you brought in St. Louis, because you guys recognize, you know what, even with Callahan, it's like, well, that's inconsistency, you know, like, gotta get rid of that. So I would just, I mean, again, Hagelin's one of those players. It's like he'll have a 2-goal game, and then
Hagelin was brutal.
And then
yesterday.
the next couple.
How many
games,
power plays did he give up? Like 5?
I think he had 3 penalties.
It was
it's just one of those, or he'll have one of those games where because he's kind of like a lighter player, he can just get shut out by a big D man.
Yep.
And it's just like. It's just it would obviously be very frustrating to watch if you were a Rangers fan, because you're like, this should be better, but it's like,
it's
you
not
guys
as
are
frustrating.
So
It's
hard.
not as frustrating as they were last year. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Much. Last year, with their power play last year, was literally the most pathetic thing on
Tortorella
television.
power
It was
play
great
for the
to watch
Rangers
because
was-
I had to,
Don't say that.
I had two.
It's not great
well,
to
because
watch.
well, it's so interesting because the Capitals always have great power
They
play.
do,
They just it's always the great, and it's just like. Why I don't understand. Like you see simple things, and it's just like you guys just clearly psyched you last year. You just psyched yourself out so much, and it was just like, what are you guys
Well,
doing?
there was occurrences last year where the Rangers were on a power play, and the Capitals had puck possession in our zone. And
yeah,
were
I've
shooting
heard
at us
that.
4-on-5.
It was so
And
great.
I mean,
We
yeah,
were,
I
like,
was
showing
watching-
you like, guys, we're gonna show you. We have one less guy, but we're gonna show you what you should.
I remember
be
saying
doing.
it like,
I
you
remember
gotta be kidding
my
me.
friend Steve. I remember saying that. I'm like, Steve, we're literally showing you how to do a power play, and we have one less man than you. And he was
It
like,
was so pathetic.
oh man, but hey,
And then what
you
about
guys will probably win. Who do you guys play after this?
we
though?
play the
Either
Columbus Blue
Penguins
Jackets.
or Columbus, right?
I'm making the
don't
bold
think-
prediction.
I don't think so, man.
I think it's gonna be Pittsburgh.
yeah, Pittsburgh won last night.
I actually
last time,
fear
yes, sir.
Columbus more,
It's-
but I think it will be
fear,
Pittsburgh.
I fear Columbus too.
I do not fear Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah, I don't either. No, they're not
Never.
looking good.
I mean, I think that if any
they're
year,
really missing Letang, man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
yeah,
thing.
that's true.
They're missing the tang.
Letang.
They're missing the tang.
That tang. No,
They need their
that thing.
orange.
I like that.
Their orange
Nah,
space
nah, I
drink.
got it.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Golden era. We still got 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got.
Trying to think who else. Boston was.
Oh, prepare for the
Boston was like,
greatest
okay.
playoff series in years.
Oh yeah, Boston was
Ooh.
just kind of laughing at Detroit. They're like, okay, we'll let you win a game, and then we're just not gonna let you have a chance at all.
Montreal, Boston is
Oh,
locked.
it's gonna be
That
awesome.
that is just like you that's just like a hockey fan.
If you want to get someone into hockey,
And
sit them down for that series.
My goodness, did Montreal look good?
Yeah.
Oh my! I mean, I know Tampa Bay didn't have their start. Yeah, you know what they did too? It just made me scratch my head. They have this goalie named Lindback, and he's just not good, like the Tampa Bay. And then they put in the goalie from Latvia, the guy who like went on this.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He came in and he was just like really good. Like the goals he gave up. I think they pulled Lindback and they put that other goalie in from Latvia. I should know his name, but I always forget it.
He's winning like 63 saves that one game.
But he came in, he played really well, and he like shut it down. And the goals he gave up, there was a goal that I think he allowed. He kept Tampa in the game, and then Tampa actually went ahead, and they. The two goals that he gave up, the goal to tie it, and then the goal that Montreal scored in overtime. I think this was the last game to complete the sweep. They were just goals that he couldn't have stopped. Like, it was just like they were the deflection goals or like thing he couldn't see. It wasn't his fault. It was more his D's fault, and it's just like, well, wow, man, they should have started him earlier, dude. I mean, Lindback just wasn't a good goalie, but man, Montreal looks really good.
Yeah.
They look fantastic right now. At least offensively. I haven't watched them defensively.
I mean, listen, they're just one of those. They're another one of those teams that's under the radar. You know, I mean, they're also
They're going to
from
the Cup,
Canada, but you know, I mean, they look
Canada.
so good.
Yeah.
They
I'm telling you, Montreal Ducks is going to be the best series. I'm telling you.
Oh, I still think the Blackhawks are gonna make it.
I don't want them to.
I don't think
I still unfortunately stand by Chicago, Boston, which is still on
Yeah.
track. But
Ugh.
I think it's probably gonna happen again.
So tired of it.
I'm hoping that the Canadians and Bruins just go at each other's throats. It ends in no less than 6, hopefully 7, and then they're so spent
Yeah.
by the time that we hopefully beat the Penguins, which I think we will, that we have a chance. I hope they're so tired that we have a chance.
Okay, man. Yep. Sure, dude.
I hope. No, see, what I want to see is that the Bruins and
I would hate to
Canadians
see you guys in the final.
go at each other for so long that literally there's no winner, and the Rangers go to the Stanley Cup by default.
No, that'd be awful. That'd be
They're just
awful.
they're like still playing, and it's like everyone else is qualified. They're still in overtime.
I have to bank on the fact that whatever team comes out is gonna come out just exhausted and hopefully injured. Can I say that?
Let's just-
Nah.
yeah, you can say it. You
Okay.
can say it all you want. You know,
Hopefully some
I
good
get-
injuries.
I
You can say it's cool.
I get a lot of slack for that too, and like I'm just like, and people are like, oh, why would you wish that on someone? I was like,
Strategy.
That's strategy.
It's nothing personal.
It's exploiting weaknesses. It's nothing-
strategy.
nothing bad.
Do want to do a really quick shout out for and just in a soccer thing.
Let's do it. We got a couple minutes.
Tito Villanova died.
Yes.
He took over Barcelona a couple years ago, and he was forced to retire early. he contracted cancer of like the salivary glands. It was a very rare, very aggressive cancer. He contracted about, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago. And he just had to keep going over treatment and treatment. Last year, he had to step down because it got so bad. And he had to do another. It basically came back. And he unfortunately lost his battle last weekend, or last week to it. Pep Guardiola, he's a legend, almost a legendary coach already with Barcelona. He coaches Bayern Munich now. Visibly affected by it during the game. Went for Bayern the other day. The players were visibly affected by it of Barcelona after the game. People know I'm a Madrid fan, but Tito Villanova was nothing but a class act. You look at what he did with the youth system. He was always there to help. He helped out Pep Guardiola tremendously. Kind of establish the beautiful football that we associate with Barcelona. And it's actually why Barcelona doesn't look good now, is because he's gone. And it's just kind of sad. He'll definitely be missed. It's a big loss. I feel bad for them. So, anything else, Ryan? Do you want to say anything?
On that, no, you just about
or anything.
I mean, soccer. Let's say Ryan Giggs took over managing Manchester United for the rest of the season. We got a 4-0 win against Norwich.
A lot of reports, though, that he's not going to be considered at all, even if he wins 4 games. Came out today. So even if he wins all 4 games.
I think that's kind of sad.
I know it's sad, but you know what? I would rather Van Hall.
Me too. I think they need. I think if everything that was said about the players' relationship with David Moyes was true, where they were essentially just really disrespectful to him, I think someone like Van Hall is important to come in and not take any crap and
he's not going to
straighten them out.
He's going to force them. He's gonna. It'll just be a perfect match.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they already said that apparently there's rumors that they're already in contact with him, and they're like, "Who do you want to sign? We're gonna sign him for you while you're in the World Cup, so it's not gonna be an issue."
Yeah. What are they, like 100 million to work with?
It's reported between 100 and 200, 150, 100. It just really goes up and down all the time. It's like, okay, it's a base.
They have a lot of money.
Yeah.
They can pretty much get 99% of players if they wanted them.
Well, yeah, and if the players want to come.
If they want to come, which is more than half the problem at this point.
Exactly. But Van Hal, I'm sure that they bring him back. I think we'll definitely, at minimum, we'll make Champions League next year. Minimum. Bare minimum.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That would be nice.
So, I mean, there's nothing. Anything else? Anything, Ryan? Oh, we didn't talk about the banana incident. In case you didn't know, in Spain and Italy, they're quite racist. They're quite racist all over, but the world. But one of the things that is common in European soccer, if there's a hostile racist sect of a fan base or a crowd, if there's a player that has a mix of African in them at all,
pretty much anyone who's not white at a certain point,
white or from Spain, or from Italy, if it's in Italy, they will throw a banana. They throw bananas on the on the field at them. It's just very insulting. It's derogatory. But someone threw a banana at this Brazilian player named Dani Alves on Barcelona. The game was in Valencia, and he picked up the banana and ate it. And just kind of like what? I don't care. I'll eat your banana.
Took
just
the
throw it
cross
back
with a mouthful of banana.
Yeah, he did, and it was awesome. And the whole footballing world, soccer world, is just celebrating it. You just got people, Twitter's, Instagram pictures of people eating, soccer players eating banana, saying props to Dani Alves. So good for him for not kicking racism out of football, but nomming racism.
I wonder if
football.
the banana market will corner this. Use bananas as,
Yeah, that'd be smart.
At the World Cup this summer, be like, you against racism? You gotta have a banana.
Yeah,
Dole's about to explode.
Yeah, Dole. Yeah.
Yeah. Chiquita.
See the t-shirts.
Panda banana. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Chiquita. Yeah, Chiquita.
Banana phones.
Banana phones.
Yeah.
Ring, ring, ring.
Bananas and pajamas.
Bananas and pajamas. They're coming
Bananagrams. Bananagrams. Just the whole banana market. Just gonna go shooting up.
explode.
If bananas and pajamas comes back, I don't know what to do with myself.
Bananas.
It's the mascot for the World
pajamas.
Cup. No.
Oh, please.
It's gonna be bananas and
Instead of
pajamas.
the vuvuzelas, it's gonna be bananas.
You were just gonna be throwing bananas.
It's like,
That doesn't really work, but I'll eat
doesn't
it.
really work. But hey, listen, I got a snack.
The sound of 50,000 fans simultaneously eating bananas. That'd be disgusting.
That'd be awful. That'd be disgusting. Imagine hearing that in the game.
They'll
Just
have
like,
megaphones.
all you hear in the background. That's very good. Okay. Alright.
On
On that note, we're gonna end the show.
on eating bananas.
I'm eating bananas
This has
in
been-
pajamas.
This has been the Law Firm.
No.
She's got that